right, thank you guys for tapping in. This is James H. Cam, another episode of the James H. Cam Show. I have the amazing Aasiya Coppin-Ali on the platform. Thank you for your time. I'm
You
so
know
excited for this
it.
one.
Always, always.
Listen, we had an episode of the original James H. Cam Show that we shot, like, was it 2 years ago? Is it
It
maybe two?
had to be 2 years.
Probably about two. And I think only part one came to the world due to negligence on my part. My brother got too busy, couldn't have time to edit. So it was only right with bringing it back in full storm with we got
You
logos now.
know,
A
you
little,
done upgraded.
it's
What?
a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So it's only right we brought you back. Amazing wealth of knowledge. I've literally known you the majority of my life. So super excited to have you back. Female engineer, female stock trader, female investor. I
Mhm.
mean, you know, I'll let you take it over, but just give the world a little taste of the story.
What's okay, so first of all, my name is Asia Coppin-Ali. People usually say the whole thing. I don't know what it is about that.
It's a
It's just,
great name. It's a great.
it's out there. But so I literally have known James since I was 5 years old, which is wild. But as I got into my college career, I graduated with the electrical engineering degree. Yes, electrical engineering degree. And I graduated in December of 2016. From there, I got this job where it was a traveling job. I was pretty much state to state all the time. My lifestyle kind of was paid for off a company card, all of that. Hoorah, great stuff. And 2 years ago when we was talking, I was still at my job. So this year, 2020, January 31st, I remember it, 2020 was my last day clocking in.
Okay.
You
Talk to him.
know, last day clocking in. I really just felt like the environment, like as my priorities got a little bit different, as I got more into the investing game, as I got more into stocks, forex trading, like my priorities kind of switched a little bit, where I wasn't prioritizing someone else's dreams over what I felt like my skills can produce for myself and my family. So um the environment I was in, I was literally the only female, only black girl, only black person really, and the youngest person there. So it was just like I was a triple minority in this place, and no one else looked like me. No one else like kind of understood me, honestly. And I'm just like, well, how is it possible? Like I done broke all of I done broke everything, and I cannot physically bring my family, my friends, and be like, "Hey, y'all just come to this engineering job." I can't pass down my job,
Hmm.
but I can pass down a skill set. So I done took up learning the skills of investing and how I can make money from that, so that I can pass it down to my people, so that they are able to then monetize off the same skill set, instead of me saying, well, I mean, get into engineering because I done broke all the barriers. It took me a lot to do that. I just had to find a different way.
No, I love it. I love it. And um, one thing I want to touch on and address is the level of self confidence it takes, right? Because some people have their identity within their job, or some people have committed a certain level of loans or financial commitment to go through school. Some people's validation from their families, their friends, what they're known for has become their degree or their profession. And just to have that confidence to say, like, hey, I'm going to pivot and try something else because I'm doing well at it and just make this my full time gig. That takes a certain level of confidence. So we got to hats off and salute you right there. Can you walk me through that moment when you were like making a decision to say, "Hey, I'm going to go from engineering full time to jump in full time in trading"? Like, what is that like?
So it was definitely hard. I am not a person who just like does the leap of faith thing. Like I plan out stuff accordingly. Like it took me 2 years to even like come to that. I was doing both. I was juggling both for a good minute. Uh, but it was a point where it literally took everything in me to get up out of bed to go to work. Like I pressed the snooze 10 times. I was like, oh my gosh, like I would rather do anything else versus go to this place. And it's like, and my job wasn't really something that, you know, it was like, oh my gosh, super strict, you have to be here and there or whatever. Like, you know, sometimes I was at the office, sometimes I was out of town, sometimes I was on a job site. But it was just like, okay, I have to get up, go to a place where I feel like I'm just kind of inferior on the knowledge spectrum anyway, and I feel like I got a lot of catching up to do anyway, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so draining. And then on the other hand, I got this thing where I'm just freaking great at. I'm excelling at this, and but I don't have the time because I had to realize time is my biggest asset. And at my job, while it was like it was great where I can kind of choose my own schedule. My schedule was usually like 10-hour days. Sometimes I was working overnights. I'll go out of town. And I don't know if you all have travel jobs, but travel jobs is not all what they crack up to be. You got to go, and wherever you go, you have to work and you have to get the work done. So you're more than likely putting in more hours. So I'm
Especially if
like,
you're not traveling to like a great destination. Like that's one thing too. Yeah.
I was working on job sites at data centers. So data centers are in the middle of nowhere, seriously, for a reason. For a reason. No one wants people to know where their data centers are. So it's like it's in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not going to Miami somewhere. I'm literally going in towns where no one has ever heard of these towns before. And I'm just like, bro, like what? You know,
Yeah.
it's not glitz and glam when it comes to traveling jobs. So I'm literally like drained every single day. Drained. And I was, and I feel like my work was showing for it,
Okay.
you know? And I am not the type of person like I've always been like top of my class and all of this, like
She has extremely brilliant.
you know, like all the time. And if and then I was getting to this point where I was just like, my work was showing that I didn't want to be there. Like it was
Gotcha.
already showing that, and I'm just like, it is either like we leave or I'm probably gonna get fired. Like either one or the other. Like you know, and it's just like I had to have a conversation with my family, like my dad. And one thing about my family, um, is that they're super super supportive when it comes to just you kind of trying to figure stuff out. If I got a plan later, I had to have a plan. That's my
Yeah.
thing. I had to have a plan. I couldn't just be like, well, I don't really like my job and I didn't really look for another one, and I'm gonna just see what's up. My father would be like, girl, what? You know.
Yeah.
So I had to be very strategic and like, all right, well, if I'm gonna make this work, I really have my plan set out. I'm going to be strategic with my time now, because if I said my time is my biggest asset and my job is taking my time away from me, if I'm gaining all of that time back, you know what? I gotta have something planned. So I planned out some stuff. I'm just like, you know what? All
Let's do
right,
it.
let's
No, I
go.
love it. I love it. So I wanna jump into the trading, right? Like from inception to like where you are now. But before, I feel like that was a good moment to like give a jewel to somebody who may be struggling, right? Somebody who may be struggling with, maybe they don't have an engineering career to fall back on, or a degree to fall back on, a resume to fall back on. Maybe I'm working a job, or maybe I don't have a job, but is this thing that is burning inside of me that I really want to do. Is this thing that I really want to pursue. There's this, I really want to go in this direction. What advice can you give to that person that you use to shift in that moment? Like, what can you say to that person? Like, hey, look, boom, this is what ultimately led me to making that decision.
I would say, and it's so cliche, if you are not absolutely loving what you're doing and it feels like a task where it's draining, leave it. Like
Mm,
literally think about think about what makes you the happiest. Like, and this is what I had to do, where it's just like, what hobby, what skill, like if I'm physically doing something, okay, what is it that makes me extremely happy, and then think about how to monetize that.
Mm.
And I really feel like this 2020, a lot of people have been having those thoughts, and a lot of people have been having those conversations with themselves. So if you feel like you're on the edge of like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay at this job, or yeah, I might leave, literally think of the person that you want to be in 5 years. Okay, let's do, because everybody say 10 and 15, 5 years. All right. Think of the person that you want to be in 5 years, and think of the actions that you're doing every single day. And if you were to do those same actions every single day for the next 5 years, would you be that person that you want to be in 5 years? Is that going to be you? If the answer is no, you got to switch something up on a day to
Mm.
day. And it start with something small. Like, it don't have to be a big jump and a leap, but it starts with action. It does start with action.
Boom. There it goes.
Period.
Gem dropping. Okay. All right. So let's transition into trading. So tell me about the trading journey. I know you said like 2 years ago when we were talking about it during our last interview, you were doing it, you were doing well at it, but you were still doing your other job. So let's talk about the beginning of your trading journey up to where you are now.
So, beginning of my trader journey, and I started April of 20, not 2018.
Okay.
April 2018 is when I started trading. And 2 years later, I realized I didn't know nothing back in, 2018. You know, it definitely is a journey, because it's a skill set. We were talking about upping up your skills. That's a skill set that I had to learn. And if you think of something like, if you play sports like a basketball, or I used to cheer, like cheerleading. Yeah, if you come into there, you may be like, oh my God, I'm so excited to learn this skill, but you're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to put in that consistency to be good at it, like for it to be actually good. And that's definitely something that I've been doing. And it has been so great, because for new traders, and those who are just now starting to trade can probably relate. All you see is that you're making money on your phone. Where it's just like, you see the numbers going up, you see the numbers going down. You're just so, like, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just like an overwhelming feeling. And a lot of times that risk management is not there. A lot of times that discipline is not there. So it's like, you're making money, but you're losing it. You're making, you're losing, you're making. It's kind of like a back and forth, but you're learning lessons along the way. And that's definitely how I was, where it's just like, okay, I'm making money, losing money, making money, losing money. But then as you're getting disciplined, as you're getting consistent, I got to a point now to where I am literally every single week paying myself from the market, because of the fact that I'm disciplined. I'm looking at what the market has to offer me, instead of trying to force the market to produce something that it ain't gonna produce. I'm really looking at the things that are big, like the cryptos and the Bitcoin. FYI, today Bitcoin just hit its highest high of ever.
Okay.
It's at like 25,600, highest high
Insane.
ever been ever. And
Insane.
and I can guarantee you, I have made a profit off of Bitcoin. I was not gonna let that slide. I was not gonna let Bitcoin take off without me, and it's only going up from here. So the fact that I'm in a space where I can trade crypto, I can do some options trading, I can trade regular currencies. I can literally do whatever I want off of one skill set that I learned. I am so beyond the person and the trader I was 2 years ago. And I know 2 years from now, I'll probably be like, nah, James, I still ain't know nothing. You
Yeah.
know, it's only up from here. I can only learn so much more. Like, I can learn more and more every day. I learn something new. And that just means my profits are about to increase as the years go along. And that's the whole purpose.
Boom. So I love that, by the way. Uh, because I started trading this year, right? So you trade in the foreign exchange market. I trade commons options on the United States domestic market, right? So I'm trading companies like Amazon, Tesla, hitting off of those.
Mhm.
So you're trading currencies, a little bit different for those who may not know. Same skill, right? You have to study patterns, study trends,
Right.
same thing, leverage how to make money with just off the market. It's pretty much the same thing. Shameless plug here. My Hustle Packs, How to Invest in Stocks, is coming out soon. So it's
Oh,
dropping in January 2021. Finish that up. Short e-guide on just intro into trading, right? I am not the person who is a subject matter expert in trading, but I always like to, as I learn options of how to accumulate wealth or how to get money, I like to package that up and deliver it to my people. So my ebook isn't really like the in-depth Bible of trading. There's so many books out there for that. Mine is just basically, okay, if you want to do this, if you want to make long-term money, if you want to make short-term money, this is this and this is that. So it's a pretty short read. So go cop that. Go to jameshcamoron.com and you'll be able to cop that for download. But that's a later promotion. Let's talk about, because even with your stock trading journey, right? You're a founding leader of a group. So it's not just you, it's not just a singular thing, right? And if you're a part of this social media era and decade and you're part of our audience, that you may be like a young black person, or just not even just young and black, but a young person at all, you see this new wave of people emerging talking about forex trading, right? And whether you agree with it or whether you don't, whatever, right? Whether you've been exposed to it, whether you know about it, it's there, and it's people that's making money off of it, right? That's one of the reasons that we're having this conversation. So can you tell about Stock Rising and tell about the group and tell about the process there?
So, Stocks Rising is literally a group that is within Trade House Investment Group, which is within IM Academy.
Okay.
Um, and basically, we started 2 years ago when I started. And it is a group of, I would say, I wouldn't even say young or old, or it's literally just a group of thinkers who really, really want to make this work for them and who are looking for a skill set to excel in whatever they're doing and whatever they want to use this to do. So, one thing about trading that I've realized, like, there's so much information out there, like you said, is books upon books. You can go on YouTube, look up, search up stuff. However, not many people have the discipline and the mindset to kind of just go through it by themselves, because I said I'm 2 years in it and I went through my own personal growth journey with it with a team. Like, I had a whole team of people to kind of keep me going. And the thing about this investment group is it's not only an investment group. So you're coming in, and literally I consider these people my family. Like, there's a lot of people who I would not have met if it wasn't for this opportunity. And they've become some of my best friends, because of the fact that you come into a space, and this is for all of my people, my great thinkers out there who are surrounded by people who kind of are content, and they try to have conversations, and it's just like, dang, am I the crazy one? Like, I want to do all of this other stuff. Like, a lot of times you'll feel like you're the crazy one because you're just kind of thinking outside the box of like, I could really take my skills somewhere with me. You're gonna be surrounded by people who think exactly like that. You're gonna be like, yo, I wasn't crazy. Like, this
Yeah.
is insane.
Community. Yeah.
Yes, it's a community of people who kind of want the same things as you. Like, their end goal is the same as you, but their reasons why they're doing it is completely different. So it's just like how you go to college and you network with so many people. The reason why I even got a job out of college was because I networked with the person who was employing me at my internship. That's the whole reason. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Facts.
So now when you're coming into this community of people, this network of people, you're not only getting gems for investing and building up your portfolio, which you're getting on a day-to-day basis. You're getting calls on this. You're getting the top of the top educators. Like, IM has recruited the top people, the top traders in the world to come in and be a part of their platform to educate people, to send out these trade ideas so that people can get the top notch value. But you're getting all of that, And then on the back end, you're getting a whole network of people who does a wide array of things. You have your actors, you have your graphic designers, content creators, you have your engineers, you have your real estate people. It's literally a community of people. So now it's like a one-stop shop. You come in and you do investing, but you can also get your graphics done. You can get your logo made. You can create an entire business off of just knowing people at one company. It's insane.
So, right, and what I've been to your events before, right? And disclaimer, I'm not a part of the group. Like I trade. Shout out to Option Boys. Shout out to my boy Malcolm, my boy Jonathan. We have our own trading group. We'll be dropping a Discord group 2021. Like we're gonna let people in signals and this type of thing, right? So I have no vested interest in this. I've supported you in your career, so I've attended your events. I've seen what you guys have moving. So I love it as an option for somebody who may be curious about it or may be interested in taking that lane. I feel like it's an option to have another form of income because everything isn't for everybody. But guess what? Some things are for some people. And just seeing it and seeing how you guys move, one thing I can say is salute to your group, salute to the family in the way in which you move, which you support each other and promote each other. Because like you said, if somebody's looking for an option to where, okay, cool, I can have this skill, but at the same time, I can network and meet people and I can leverage that attention that I may be getting with this small thing to go out and promote whatever else I want to be doing and build my own brand, do whatever's next for me. So let's talk about the naysayers that may say, I don't want to recruit people. I don't want to come out here and talk, and I don't want to be making the videos, and I don't want to do all that type of stuff. What do you have for that? Is there still a place for them inside of your group?
Definitely, of course. The whole thing that's so different from I Am Academy than any other MLM that you may see out there is that the product is actually making money. Like the product is actually you learning the skill set of trading in the Forex market. And I Am Academy is only getting better because when I first started 2 years ago, literally the only thing they offered was Forex, trading in the foreign exchange market, trading foreign currencies. And now, not only do they include Forex, it's options trading, like what you're talking about, trading options. And literally it's like high speed Forex trading because it like you can get in and out of trades in a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, literally in the time it takes to freaking tie a shoe, you can be able to make money. So you can.
Wait, let's pause here. Let's pause here 1 second. Not to cut you off, because we're using, right? I just thought about something. We're using terms and we're using phrases, right, that we may know, and people may not. That may so. An MLM is a multi-level marketing company, right? So what a multi-level marketing company essentially is some people right, that aren't educated on it like to describe it as a pyramid scheme, but that's not the case, right? What a multi-level marketing company is, you have a division of it where you sell products, and then you have a division of it where you get a check off of enrolling people into the company. So it's called multi-level marketing because as you enroll people in it, right, you're scaling up a new level, putting people underneath you, you get a part of their income, their enrollment fees, and go up, right? It's a legitimate business model. And what you're talking about is with your multi-level marketing company is you get a profit off of not only the enrollment, but you have a chance to join a group of people that's teaching you how to make a skill, because you're not selling a product, you're not selling a vitamin, you're not selling a t-shirt. What you're selling is the ability to learn this skill from a group of people, so now you have your own terms to go make money. Did I explain that good enough?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, okay. So perfect. Let's talk about the options trading, right? So people, and I know we grew up in New York, right? So the stock market and Wall Street looked like this big thing that was like super unapproachable. You had to wear a fancy suit and go down there, and you had to have a whole bunch of money. And what I found in my experience is, if you're trading options means you're trading the derivatives of stocks. So you're not trading the actual shares, you're trading the derivatives of it, right? And I'll leave you to your Googles if you want to look into this a little bit more. And essentially what you're doing is buying a contract to the rights to 100 shares for a stock, right? And what you're doing is you're trading just that equitable interest in it from our real estate people. And that's what you're trading to go up and down. So it's a quicker way to make money because again, you're not buying and selling shares of a company. You're not buying and selling ownership. You're selling the derivatives of those, the rights to that ownership that you're never actually going in to own. So just to break that down a little bit, sorry to cut you off.
Ooh,
But
okay, that's that
listen,
knowledge kicking in a little bit.
this is an ebook. Get the ebook. Okay. The ebook is gonna be affordable, it's gonna be available. So, but no, I didn't want to cut you off, but jump back in.
Yes, perfect. So literally options trading, what I tell people, I'm like, for those people who have jobs, you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time,
Yeah.
and you have the educators, top of the top, like I was talking about, they're teaching you how to profit in this. And then you have your crypto space where you're making money off of things like Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, things of that nature, where crypto is the new norm. Digital currencies is the new norm. Like paper money is not really a thing anymore. It's like our future is going to digital and crypto space, where Cash App offers Bitcoin. Literally, I went on Overstock to buy me a new chair because I just moved and I'm like, I want my setup and everything. I purchased my chair in Bitcoin because that was an option.
Mm.
Crazy. It's
So
so
you got the
crazy.
coins. The
Yeah.
coins.
So it's just like, okay, now you have that. And then last but not least, our company just added e-commerce. And who's the richest man in the world? Jeff
Definitely
Bezos.
so. Definitely.
He does e-commerce. Amazon is the top of the top company, where I go on Amazon a little bit too much,
Facts.
buying things. And now I'm in a position where I'm about to come out with a store with me and some of my colleagues that I met within this opportunity, and we're about to start selling items. So it's something to where now it started as one thing, but now you can hop in, and every single last thing that I named is a skill set that teaches you how to make money on your own. So if you take away the MLM altogether, you are still able to get some profit and see that return without having to bring a soul in. And and the beautiful thing about it is that, yeah, you could, oh, I don't like talking about stuff, I don't like talking on camera. You don't even have to be that person, and you can still make that money.
So how much, like, all right, cool, working a dead end job, or even if I'm not working a dead end job, if I'm cheap, like me, I'm a very cheap person. But how much would I need to start rocking with you guys? Ballpark figure. It
Right.
doesn't have to be an exact number.
So right now, right, just this month, we are running a promo deal. However, I'm gonna just tell you the regular price because I know me, like I know where the value is, and I know how valuable all this information is. So promo or not, it's still worth it, right?
Mhm.
So the regular price to come in, it will be $235, your initial enrollment fee, and then we have a month to month enrollment. Is just pretty much like your own personal subscription. If you have like something like a gym membership, it's like a month by month basis. So that
Yep.
monthly would be 175 a month. Okay, and for the promo, we're doing a 199 enrollment fee, and then that 175 a month. However, like I said, the value is always going to be there, because that is the best 200 something dollars I've ever spent. And once you get that out the way, once you come in, the beautiful thing about Forex is you don't have to have a ton of capital to start with. I've seen people start with $50 accounts. Of course, the more money you have, the higher returns you'll be able to get. But either way, you don't have to start with a huge amount of capital to be a part of this. So it's literally just your choice of if you want to invest in yourself or not. That's really what it comes down to.
No, and what I love about it, just like I like the fact that something so big feels small, right? Like something that felt like, I know growing up, I was always told if you don't got 20 bands, don't even try to trade stocks. Like if you don't have 20 bands to lose, don't even try to trade stocks. And what that can be is, I feel like that's an intimidation tactic. Like, yes, I have made money in the stock market, and I have lost money. So let's be clear. I started with a 5-figure trading account. Like, let's be very clear. When I came in the game, shout out to my boy Malcolm, my boy Jonathan. When I came in the game, man, I came in right before September, and September is historically the worst trading month of the whole year, and it has been. And this one right here, I think it was like the worst in like 30 years or something like that, right? So I came in August, put 5 figures in, we rocking. I'm up, right? It's great. And I did not pull out any profits. Profits were great. But again, the good thing about that time was I was in on shares. So this is a good point. I had some contract, but I was mainly in on shares. Market straight flopped in September. Learned a very valuable lesson about that. But my shares ended up coming back. I was so blessed to be that the majority of my shares was Tesla. And yeah, we still got Tesla shares. And so I'm not mad at all. So I definitely, man, I can name a lot of companies. Shout out to Rocket Mortgage. Shout out to Dan Gilbert, man. Dan, I got some words for you, bro. I lost a lot of money on Rocket. I had a lot of losses, but we did have a lot of wins too. So not mad at all. But what I like about that is basically, and I'm not too caught up in the numbers because again, who knows when this will come out. Shout out to my editing capabilities. But what you're saying is on average, 300 or less, $200 to $300 is what you're saying is, hey, listen, if you're somebody who you can, save up $200 to $300 and then, month to month, $200 is your number. And the beautiful thing about trading is, again, if I do start with $50 and, typical rules is you want to leverage 1 to 3% of your portfolio. Everybody trades differently now. It's up to you. But you can sit and add, say I do start with $100 or I do start with $200 or I start with $50. I can sit and say, cool, I'm up to 55. Oh man, this is working. I'm up to 65. I'm up to 75, right? And I can start to build up my skill. And then once I get confident in it, I can leverage this and build up this and that. So it's a great lane for people who want to go do that. Some people's personality need to be a part of a team, right? That's what they need to go explore. So it's a great option for those who want to build wealth in that way. And it's a lot of young people that look like us, that talk like us, that are part of our culture, that's moving within it. And from what I've seen, Stock Rising is a great family, great organization. So I love how y'all moving. I'm a fan. I watch back from afar. Those promo videos, man, I'm like, whoa, that's some great content making. It's a great content making over there. Great events from what I've seen. So that's why I feel comfortable sitting, even, talking about it in a manner. So any closing words, anything you want to bless? Like, where can people find you? Where can people connect with you? Shout out to Clubhouse too. Wait, let's shout out to Clubhouse.
Let's shout out Clubhouse. Let's take it back.
Let's talk about how this even came about. I was on Clubhouse at like, what was it, like 5:30 this morning, 6 this morning? Super early. I'm an early riser, so super early this morning. And I see Asia on Clubhouse. I'm not gonna even talk about what room she was in. I'm not gonna even talk about it. But just know, I shot her a text like, yo, bro, I see you in this room right now at 6 in the morning, and I'm judging you. But it came about this. So very active on Clubhouse, which is, again, knowing you, and one of the things that I love to see, you're a very private person. You're a very closed off person by nature, right? So even seeing you being a part of this group and, start to come out and emerge and give the world you and build your own personal brand has been something that's cool too. So I see you on the Clubhouse and the platforms promoting yourself and talking to people and leading talks and things of that nature. So shout out to that. So yeah, tell us where we can find you at.
Right. So if we talk about Clubhouse, first of all, you can find me on Clubhouse. My username is Aasiya Coppin-Ali on Clubhouse. That will actually lead you straight to my Instagram, but my Instagram is AASIII_A. Okay.
We're gonna work on getting her a shortened one in 2020.
I know. I gotta do something about it, but we got
it works.
It works. But definitely hit me up on either Clubhouse, Instagram. I don't really be on Facebook like that. I feel like those are my top two right now. Instagram for sure is somewhere that I'm at where you can contact me. And I definitely respond to all of my DMs for sure. Boom. So that's really me. That's it.
I love it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your story. Super proud of you. Great journey. Engineer to trader to leader in the community, investor. Super proud of it. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Stay hustling, my friends. You can follow me and find me at James H. Cam on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Clubhouse at James H. Cam also. And go to jameshcameron.com and tap into everything I got going on. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'll see you later. Boom.